Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to Let's Try Exogate Initiative. This is a base building game that is going to be somewhat reminiscent of something like Evil Genius, but with a sprinkling of Stargate, or even a little bit of an XCOM kind of vibe to it. Because instead of building some lair on a volcano, we are building a space base and exploring the universe through our Exogate here. This is a sponsored video. Thank you very much to the developers of Exogate Initiative for sponsoring this. Do check the links down in the description box for where you can get Exogate Initiative today. The 1.0 version has been released after a stint in early access, and that is very exciting. Let's start a new game immediately. Free play and initiation, as far as I can tell, is basically the same, but initiation we do get some nice guided little mini quests along the way to give us some context. We also get some flavor, and I think it's a great way to do it. I'm not going to be reading the text here in the video because I really want to focus more on the mechanics, but we do get some great story elements over here from the faceless sort of organization behind us. So if we give our game a little bit of a pause, we can see the base that we've got, just a couple of hallways, and the Exogate itself, where we're going to be exploring the universe. We do have, again, because we're playing with the initiative mode on, we get these little mini quests over here. We start with $500,000, so $10,000 reward for these quests. Isn't the most substantial, that's not what it's about. It's about having kind of almost a little mini tutorial pointing out what you should maybe do. For example, we're going to be hiring some gators soon. Those are our workers, and we need a barracks so that they can go and have a place to stay. So I'm going to go and dig out an area. They say a minimum of 20 blocks. I'm actually going to dig out this 5x6 area. It'll be quite clear why I'm doing that once I get that started. First thing that happens is we get some bots that arrive. We get 3 builder bots. We can go all the way up to 6. I'm going to go up to 6 immediately so that we can build things even faster. So our little bots are going to come. They're going to dig out our hillside. If you've played Dungeon Keeper as well, some of this may feel familiar too, because there was certainly some overlap over there. But yeah, so they're going to mine out some of the mountain that we're in. We're deep underground, presumably. I like to think of this in the same place maybe as the Sudbury Neutrino Observatory. Deep in the Cambrian Shield. I actually don't know if there's a if there's an actual canon story as to where exactly the Exogate Initiative is located, but that's what I like to say in my head. Okay, so they're going to finish that up. We're going to go and designate this area as a barracks. We're also going to put a door on this room. You do get notifications that your people like to be in enclosed spaces. It makes them feel happy. And doors are great, so we're going to go and throw that in. We're going to get some nice blue carpeting in this room. And then we're going to go and start to furnish it. I'm going to put down some lockers. We did say we need 3 lockers and 3 beds. I'm going to go ahead and make 6 of each, though. Boom, boom. Lockers don't have to be next to the beds. They can be organized any way you want. I just think this looks pretty. So we're going to get that sorted. We now have enough room. And very soon we're also going to be told to hire people. I'm going to start the hiring process now in the interest of time, because what we're going to be doing is we're putting out a recruitment campaign. We would like to hire some scientists. Later on, we'll also be able to get soldiers, medics, engineers, scholars, and diplomats, but we're going to start with scientists. And I want to go up to like 8 scientists immediately. So right now, if we put out the ad, we would get 4. I'm willing to take longer on the campaign and spend a little bit more on the budget. There we go. Although actually, I would like really minimum wages. That's great. Okay, so this will guarantee no one's going to ask more than $4,000 per month. We'll pay a little bit more upfront for the campaign, but that is going to be groovy. And I do indeed want 8 scientists to start, just on the way that I have started things. I guess we're going to need more beds than this, because this is only enough room for 6 people. So I'm going to make another barracks. Of course, I can make these bigger, but I have plans for the areas back here. I have very specific plans for what I'm going to be doing over in this space. Let me just shrink that down for now. In fact, we can tell our bots to start digging some of this stuff out in some sort of order. Yeah, that's going to be okay. We're also being told to do a mess hall, so I'm going to go and build that here, and we'll put that as a little bit of a through thing. In fact, let me go and turn that off, and hey, you know what? This is fine, actually. Keep doing this. This is going to be groovy. As per usual, I am overqueuing on construction. That is just standard for any of my videos over here. Out the top, we do have money. We've got the amount of science points we've got kicking around. We've got a power management, and we've got our influence source. And we got this button here that I can click. And I honestly don't know what it does. Oh, show and hide gators with needs. Oh, that's hugely handy. Okay, it is currently the year 2057. We can also hit fast forward, which I'm going to do to help accelerate this a bit more. And we'll be looking at more of these buttons later. So this is where we'll see all of our gators, including the recruitment. And you already saw the little infrastructure screen where we build things. But star map and missions, the aliens and artifacts, and the research and patents we'll look at shortly. So I'm going to get a second barracks here. And again, I'll throw a door in just because I think it looks nice. I'm just going to put our doors there. And we're going to designate this area as the mess hall, please. Thank you very much. And over here, let's go and clook, 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 and clook, 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 and get these beds. There you go. I just like that layout. Okay, in the mess hall, our quest is specifically asking us to get one meal dispenser, which we can build here, and a single mess table, which I'm going to go and plop down right next to it. Sure. Ooh, sorry, this is still the meal dispenser. I actually will want multiple meal dispensers, but just to advance the quest, we're going to go ahead and do that. That'll complete this first step, and we'll get our little reward, and it'll progress to the next step where it's likely going to be telling us to hire 3 scientists. There you go. More committee speak. I encourage you to pause this if you want to read some of the story, because it's quite cool. You see, this dispenser is currently empty. We've got an order in progress. A supply of food will be dropped off over here and then loaded into the dispenser. So now we're being told to hire 3 scientists and build a laboratory of a minimum of 16 blocks. I'm going to go and build it over here. Now, I'm probably going to plan on expanding. Ooh, we got some bedrock over here that's going to block things. I'm probably going to expand these hallways here later on. So my plan is going to be to build the lab over here. I'm going to build it larger than it's asking. And in fact, it's very likely we're going to build this quite big later on, but let's just start with this. And I suppose we need a way in and out, so I'll put a little doorway right there. But yeah, build a lab, and we're going to start doing some exploration soon. So our scientists are available. I'm going to hire every single one of them. We got Kevin Smith over here with their baseline stats, looking for 3,000 a month. So we're just going to cycle through, and I want every single one of these to get started. Because I've gone through these first few steps a few times, and I think this is going to accelerate things nicely. The reason I'm looking for this number is it gives me enough to have 2 full teams over here. In fact, let me create my first team. So yeah, this is going to be our Expedition 01 team. We've got a variety of logos that we can use for the team over here. We've got colors. You can just also randomize it if you want. We're going to create Team 1. We're going to go and assign 3 scientists off the top. I'm going to create a second team as well. I know I'm going fast, but I want to show you as much as I can of the game here. 3 more teams, and then that's going to leave 2 unassigned people, which makes me feel perfectly fine. Now, right now, everyone's a little bit idle, but actually, I can send the teams out immediately. Assuming I have enough power. We do have a little bit, but we're going to need some more power soon. So I'm going to go and just give it a little dig command there to get this started. Before we even... I want the science lab up first, actually. That's going to be kind of good. All right, so this area here is going to be designated as our first laboratory. Do that, and I'll put a door on there because it looks nice. And then we're told to put down 1 biosample container, which is going to be this here, so I'm going to stick that in the corner, and 1 biosample study desk. So I'm going to do this. We're definitely going to want more, especially the containers here. In fact, I'm going to tell you right away, we're going to want at least 3 immediately, and we've got room for a 4th one, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now these can need a little bit of power, but we're going to go and add more about that, so it's going to be okay. There we go. And the next steps are going to be find signs of life on an exoplanet. For that, we'll have to send out our first expedition, and for that, we will definitely need some more power. Once again, I'm going to throw a door on here. This is less about keeping our people happy and a little bit more, well, mostly it's about keeping me happy because it looks nice, but it will be a security thing later on because later when we get attacked, and oh yes, this can be a thing that happens, although note there are difficulty settings, so you can absolutely tune all those things if you want more of a chill game. But they like to go for your power. I'm going to put down 4 generators for now. That's going to give us lots of juice. Okay, we're ready for our first expedition, the whole theme of this game. So we can click on our Exogate to open the star map, or you can always click this button down over here to open the star map. And then we can see Earth. It's a pretty sweet Earth right here. And then the planets nearby. They've got a little symbol that says this is a place that's likely to get some extra science. Some of these have a starting difficulty level of 2. And some of these will have a starting difficulty level 1. I think I'll start with the 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this sector. Boom. So it takes a little bit of power to maintain this connection. You can disconnect it later and reorganize how your graph works if you'd like. But we're going to connect there. Now that we've done that, we've connected our Exogate here. We can create a mission. And I'm going to send Exo Team 1 on this mission. So there are no threats over here, so there's 0% injury chance. Injury severity always starts at 100% unless you have a medic on the team. And if there's a injury chance that's above 0, you can reduce that by sending soldiers. These are different types of classes available. But we set up the mission. We're going to tell them to go ahead and start it. And I'm going to look, there we go, another level 1 planet. I'm going to connect this one up and then send Exo Team 2 over here and get that started as well. Lovely. So all of our teams are going to head over to the gateway door. They're going to assemble. There we go. And they're to head out. Good luck, everyone. Try not to die. It would really suck if you did. All right, so hopefully we'll find some signs of life on that planet. While I'm at it, I'm going to go and redo my mess hall here, because what I want is, I'm going to want a 4-person table. I'm going to sell this little 1-person table. And the other thing I'm going to do, even though I don't really need more food, each one of these meal dispensers holds 5, which is enough, at any given time for our food demand. The problem is that this doesn't get restocked until it's completely empty. So I really feel that it's much more convenient. You want to have at least a second one right away, so that if one's empty, the other one might still have some. And for the sake of it, they're relatively cheap. I'm going to throw a 3rd one in. We have a story event going on with our first expedition crew, so we can have a conversation. I'm going to fast forward through these because I really want to focus on the mechanics, but I love the little interaction that we've got to interact with our people here. There are some choices. Ooh, lost one mental health. You're trying to panic. Okay, try and relax. You lost more mental health. Oh, that's great. How about you say something humble? Good. Take your time. Do this. Again, these are fantastic. We're going to go through there. Now, we've got an actual somewhat more important choice to make here, which is what kind of plant life we're going to take. It's very easy to just grab some grass. As long as we've got a scientist, we've literally got 3 of them, we can do option 1. If we want, we can do a knowledge check or a body check. I guess Smith here must have... That's about the same. The body check might just be a little easier. We have a 60% chance of succeeding to try to grab something from the tree. And we did succeed. Excellent. Which is giving us some bonus science points. That's lovely. Oh, maybe some bonus XP as well. That's lovely. All right, we're just going to go and fast forward through that. End of mission, our people are coming home. They're getting some XP, which is going to help them level up. And they're bringing some biosamples. Well, biosample singular. And we're going to see, let me ignore this for a second and ignore this for a second. Kevin Smith is actually carrying a biosample, which is going to be deposited in one of these bays, although there's a good chance, they're immediately going to begin researching it. Lovely. So they're going to process this biosample, which is one of our little quests here, but as they process this, you'll watch, the science is going to go up. So we want to consume these as quickly as possible. In fact, I know Kevin Smith is busy doing this, but I'm going to go and send a new squad out. Are we out of level 1s? We have one more level 1 planet. So we're going to send Exo Squad 1 right back out there. I know Kevin was busy doing some analysis, but that's fine. And what I like is the idle ones. The idle squads are always at the top, which is really convenient. So we're going to send you out over there. We do have 2 scientists that currently don't have anything. They're not part of any squad. In fact, what I like to do with these, you can rename them. And I'm going to rename both of these to have the last name Patent. Because very soon, we're going to set up a patent lab. And these are my people that are going to stay home. I don't want, you have to assign people to the patent benches, and the people I assign to a patent bench, I don't want them to be part of an exploration team because I want them to always be at home processing stuff. Now, they will process the science like they're doing here. If they're idle, any idle scientist will work at these biosample labs or at the research bench. But specifically, I'm going to want them busy with their patent bench. And speaking of, we now have a mission for a patent writing console. So that's over here. Let's go and slap it down. You can move all these buildings later on as well. You can just click this to move and relocate these buildings. And as far as I can tell, it's free. You can even move them from one room to another. Obviously, rooms are the same type. I'm going to put down a research desk as well, because we're absolutely going to need one of those relatively soon. Note, the research desk does need a level 2 scientist to operate. I don't think we've got one yet, but they'll level up soon. There we go. We have a research desk. Now, our next step, get 5 scientific theories by studying samples and write a single patent using multiple theories that will earn more than 3,000 a month. What's going on here? So first of all, you can assign someone to a patent desk. So let's say I assign a patent here over to this desk. So Alice will still do other things if she's idle, but if we have a patent queued up, she will work on this. I can click write patent, and the way you write a patent is you click a topic, so cold resistance, and then from there you will have a list of theories that you can throw in. We only have a single one, although it is of epic quality, and this would give us a monthly income of $7,000 every month for the rest of the game. That's great. But if you use multiple theories, and you can use up to 5, you actually get a multiplier based on the number of theories that is used. Now, the actual quality here is going to be based on the overall quality of the theories. And so if we're mixing different things, then the overall quality might go down as a percentage. But you always want to use, as far as I can tell, based on all the experiments I've done, you want to try to use 5 patents or 5 theories whenever you get the chance. And in this case, to advance this particular quest, we have to write a patent that uses multiple theories. So it needs to use at least 2 and earn at least 3,000. I mean, the 3,000 won't be hard with this rare one, but we need at least a second one. So we're going to wait before we research the patent until we've got some more samples, which is what our teams are hopefully going to be bringing back for us. There we go. Biosamples. Yeah, we've got 2 biosamples over here. Lovely. So again, they'll get deposited, and then there we go. They're in there. And then someone who's idle will go and grab these and start researching the study desk. We'll probably want multiple study desks later on, but for now, I think one's going to be fine. But we will get more and more exo teams on the go. And if we can start a new mission here with this team, everyone's still pretty good. Yep, everyone's pretty happy. Send you out and repeat. Trying to go as quickly as possible. I know it's a little bit of a hectic way, but I want to cover as much as I can. And in fact, what I think I might do here is allow a little bit of fast forwarding. Okay, enough time has passed for a couple of important developments. First of all, we finished our first research, which is our med bay. We've unlocked that. I'm currently researching the training room, which is going to be useful for soldiers later. By unlocking the med bay, I now have the ability to recruit medics, which I'm currently working on, and I'm going to go and allocate our first med bay over here. We also got our first injuries on some of our expeditions, so it's very important that we get our med bay up and running. The other thing is we should have enough theories now to write a nice 5-piece patent, which is what I'm going to work on. So cold resistance, we actually have 6 pieces available now, which is great. Now, every month, there's a chance that one of these gets a thumbs down and one of these gets a thumbs up for extra or reduced value. In this case, it's all pretty equitable. And again, we've only got the one with the 5 pieces. So we're going to do that for the full combo. And as I add these common ones, it's going to bring down the overall rarity, but we're getting a piece multiplier that, as far as I can tell, is better. It is going to take longer to research with more bits, but this is going to give us a monthly income of $32,000. And this is based on the writer's knowledge, which is one of the reasons I also like to have these focused. If you have more than one patent writing console, they still all work on the same patent at the same time. And if I click write patent, I can go and queue up more if I want. You can also view these in your tech tree with the patent button. You can see all the ones you've already done, as well as all the ones you've got queued up. So what I tend to do is every now and again, I check for any category where I have at least 5 theories and then go and queue them all up, which seems like a pretty good way to make some decent cash. Because currently we are making $50,000 a month from our committee funding, but that's only applies for the first year. And then they cut you off and you have to make money on your own. So yeah, I do have some injuries here. We're going to deal with that. So, I don't have the quest yet, but it's going to be telling me to build all these basics here. I'm going to rush ahead. I'm going to build a psychological diagnostic desk because some of our people might experience a little bit of trauma as they go forward. So I'm going to plop one of those down there. But most importantly, because I think we have some actual physical injuries over here, we need a diagnostic pod for us to diagnose the physical injuries. I'm then going to get a series of beds over here, and I'm going to get 2 physical treatment dispensers and 2 psychological treatment dispensers with the same logic as my food dispensers, where they only get restocked when they're empty. So I always like to have 2 because if one empties and it's waiting to be refilled, we'll get an order in for something else. Now, none of this is going to work until I've got some medics. They're going and getting diagnosed. I can check Sarah Ryan here. She needs to be diagnosed in the pod. And Kevin Smith is currently being diagnosed here. So 2 more days and I'll get my medics. Excellent. All right. And our patent is being worked on, or patent if you prefer. And these rooms over here. Oh, right. I'm still researching the training room and I'll be doing the rec room afterwards. There we go. Our medics are here. I'm going to hire all 4 of them. Oh, you know what? 3 is fine for now. I think we're going to want more than that, but I think for now, 3 is going to be sufficient. So I'll just hire those 3, and I will assign 1 immediately to this psychological diagnostic desk. But all of them will, when they're idle, will go and treat patients. So someone should be going over here and being helped. There we go. Wagner and Garcia are helping these people. What are you diagnosed with? What's your health issue? Oh, it's frostbite. It says it right there. I was going to say. And electrical shock. All right. Yeah. There we go. They're going to get some medicine and treat our people, and we'll be ready to send them out again pretty soon. Let's go and connect to another mission here. And you can see this squad is not available. We've got 2 injuries, but this squad's in fine shape, so we'll send them out. There's a 27% of chance of injuries, which we will again bring down once we get some soldiers. Oh, I think the training room has just finished researching. I'm going to research the rec room as soon as I get some more science. But let's go and put down a training room over here, please. And the fact that we have training rooms available means we can indeed hire soldiers, which is what we're being prompted on. We did finish our first patent, so we got some progression there. And if we check our income, our patents are indeed going to give us $17,000 a month. So we're halfway to offsetting our salary expense, ignoring the committee. That's not too bad. let's go and put in a recruitment campaign for soldiers. And I'm gonna want at least 3 of those as well. I might want to hunt for 5. Let's see what we can do. If I do a long campaign, there we go. We'll get 5 soldiers showing up that way. Gators train in training room. So anyone can go and train in the training room. And it's one of the ways they can earn XP. So the way that XP works in this game is kind of interesting. Let me go and put down a couple of shooting ranges. These will grant perception XP. You can see the bench press will give body XP. So if we look at any particular gator, let's look at Kevin Smith over here, for example. As they gain XP, they level up. So that by itself is pretty good. But when they level up, they also get an attribute. And the attribute they get depends on which attribute they gain the most XP in. I think it's somewhat randomized if they get different ones. It will increase by 1 or more point when the gator gains a level. There you go. So by having gators focus on various categories, and you can even tune what they do in their downtime for their training priority. So for example, the scientist over here defaults to focusing on knowledge, social, and logic, and only doing the others a little bit. You can override these as well if you'd like, but so far I've been keeping everything default. You can also mess with their equipment and their work tasks. Hello, Exo Team 2. What's up? Establish camp. 2 unique types of trees here. Okay, again, I'm going to mostly just fast forward through these. Let's have you focus on your logic. All right, good luck. And I want to really focus on the mechanics as much as possible, so I'm going to continue to ignore the stories here. Oh, the rec room technology is finished, so I'm going to go and... Oh, no, that's right. It's not. I just saw that nothing was being researched, but it's because I don't have enough research points right now. How's it going? Did you get a sample? I would like a sample. 25% chance. Oof. Nope, we failed. Oh, that's not great. Open fire, use gun. I don't think we have a gun. Unconscious gator. Oh, no! Oh, no! I've actually never had one of these go so badly. Please return immediately. That's really not good. Let's get an ambulance bot doc over here to be ready to pull the damaged gator over here. Yeah, they're unconscious on the ground. Come on. Let's go, ambulance. Go and save Leo. Leah, I think it is. There we go. Get them to the pod. Get them diagnosed. Oh my gosh. I haven't had to build an ambulance dock this quickly before. Woof, that was rough. You have a concussion. Okay, but you're going to get treated. You're going to be all right, probably. One hopes. Okay, I don't have any missions going out. Let's keep working on accruing as much science as possible, please. Actually, we could wait until our soldiers come in. Since now there's starting to be an increased difficulty, I think it actually would be a good idea if we send soldiers on our squad. So I'm going to wait 2 days. While they're off, they are going to do some training, which is going to be fine. Later on, we'll get libraries and things that they can train up their logic. Whether or not the perception and the body has both come up in these various checks. So having our scientists get a little bit swole is not a bad idea. All right, our soldiers have come in. I'm going to go and hire 5 of these. There we go. And what we're going to do is I'm going to manage this team. So both of these teams, I'm going to go and boop one out and add in a soldier. We could also send medics, but I think for now, just sending a soldier in here for each of these teams is going to be a good idea. And then what this means is that as I choose a mission, let's choose one of these XP ones so they can get more XP and we can level up the soldiers. If I take one of these teams, you can see here the injury chance would have been 27, but it's being reduced by 26% because of the soldiers. It's still leaving a tiny percentage, but that's not bad. And if we sent medics, then the injury severity would be reduced. But just sending a soldier reduces the difficulty. Plus, they have different stats. They're weighted more towards body, for example, and so that might help out on some of our skill checks. So we'll send you over that way. We got another XP mission over here. Well, let's go ahead and send the other squad. Same logic. Perfect. Wonderful. Lovely. Poor Leah being treated by Garcia. Hopefully you haven't taken too much of a hit to the head. Oh, by the way, you can tell them what to do. You can have them on default. You can have them focus specifically on work, specifically on training, or specifically on well-being. So a little bit of micro options are available. You're an uneasy seeing soldiers scientist. Yes, I know. I think we don't have enough bedrooms is what we're getting as a complaint here. And I think we also expanded, we blew through 2-story things immediately, but that's okay. Let's, actually, hang on. Let's do all the lockers first. There we are. And then bed, 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 bed. The layout of the bedroom doesn't matter. The lockers don't have to be next to the beds. I just find it looks pretty. So that's what I like to do. How's our power? We're good okay for now. I do want to make this another power room. And In your power rooms, you definitely want, as far as I can tell, far away from the Exogate, because I think that's where the alien invaders come from. At least in my games so far, the alien invaders, which does happen, have always come through the Exogates, and some of them really like to make a beeline for the power. So in fact, one of the things we're going to want once invasions happen, we're probably going to want more security doors barring the way towards the power generators. Another good patent option here. Not yet. We'll wait a little bit longer. And I really like to wait for those fibers as much as possible. I mean, we're losing a little bit of money because it's not running now. Like, it could be running now and accruing a little bit of cash. But I think I like the long-term payback a lot more. Squad is home. No injuries. Great. We'll probably send you out immediately again. Ooh, we got some minerals here. Those aren't going to be that useful until we unlock engineers in our workshop. Let's go to this place. Recommended level 3. Medium difficulty. 21% injury chance despite having a soldier on the team. All right. That's going to have to be okay. We still have 1 XP squad doing its work. Welcome back home. I'm going to throw you back out into the void immediately as well. Create a mission. Go. Excellent. Okay. Hopefully we got a few more. Oh, well, I don't think we get samples from the XP missions. I think there's still a chance to get some flat science, and we did get that. So, our next step is research operations. I was really hoping to get the rec room next, but the game wants me to research operations next, which is actually not a terrible idea. From a video perspective, yeah, let me go and fast forward again here to the point where we can get operations, because I can show you an entire new gameplay mechanic, even though I would really like to get a rec center to keep my people happy, but oh well. The mission comes first. Okay, let a few things tick through. We've got some extra science that has happened. Actually, speaking of science, I'm going to start researching the recreation room. It's worth noting with these things, we're going to research the rec room right now, and it's going to unlock air hockey, arcade cabinet, and dance station simultaneously, but not every category is like that. For example, if we look at the workshop over here, when we unlock workshop, which is going to let us start processing ore and run mining missions and hire engineers, which is very important, as well as creating our own stuff. It is going to unlock a few of these automatically, but you can see here basic ore processing needs another 200 science. So we get sub-trees and different categories, as well as some extra benefits over here. So some of these research screens have a lot hiding behind them. But we have finished the operations research, which means I could set up an operations room over here. And then I'm going to want to put down an expedition mapper, but I now realize that I don't have enough power. So in fact, we're going to be delayed ever so slightly here as I expand our power generation thing. I'm splitting these rooms up just because I want some almost like, I don't know, fire breaks or something with the separate rooms, just in case, again, something infiltrates our base. I want these extra layers of defense in place like that. So we're just going to generate another power room, so I'll have enough time to put that in. And it's going to give all of our scientists and things a moment of rest for them to relax, get everything back up before we send them out into the field, and in particular before we start our first expedition. So let's create a new power room over here, please. One of the things we're definitely going to want to do relatively soon, well, first of all, under builders, we can unlock the capacity to have more builders, which is really handy. It's only 100 science. You know what? I'm going to throw that in. That's actually excellent. I would really love to have more builders, especially as our base goes up, because your equipment constantly needs maintenance as well. So having extra builders really helps to offset that. Let's get a good amount of power going, because we do need 500 total just to be able to run this expedition mapper. So that's what these rooms are reserved for. Someone go and install that for me. Kabam. Okay, expedition mapper. So we now have to run our first scientific expedition. Let's go back to the star map. And what we're going to do is we're going to claim our first planet. There's a little blue border around Earth over here. This signals the fact that we own this sector. We've also got some new things out here. There's an alien artifact out there. There's these mineral locations here and here. We haven't run into any actual sightings of aliens yet, but it will happen. Let me claim one of these planets. Well, this has a very high scientific potential. I've actually never seen that, especially on this inner ring. So I'm going to claim that by spending 95 of my influence. I have been capped on this, and I should have spent it sooner, but there we go. We're going to go and do this. So now I'm going to claim this sector in the name of humanity. Well, in the name of the Exogate initiative. And we're going to set up a scientific expedition to go over here. There are no threats over here, so I'm going to create a new team. I've just hired some new, I'm just going to call this Sci-01. It's going to be a pure science team, as opposed to my expedition teams, which are now balanced between scientists, medics, and soldiers. So my Sci team over here, I'm going to add some unassigned scientists. And you know what? These level 1s are going to be fine. They're not going to work too quick to start off with, but that's okay. They can gain some XP out in the field. All right, so we got 3 scientists assigned to Sci-01, which I'm going to assign over here. And then I can choose between missions how long to rest. Defaults to 10 days. It's possible you can go shorter, and then you may just want to do a little bit of micromanagement on them. I'll leave them on 10 days. And then in between each mission, do we want a pop-up telling us that they got some science and some samples? I'm going to go and say skip that report. And what's going to happen is these folks are going to keep going back to this planet, NE972, over and over and extract all the science from it. And at some point, the science will all be removed, you'll get a note about it, and that planet will be depleted and you can move them on somewhere else. But this is going to be consistent, repeatable science. And while it does take 500 energy to run the expedition mapper, it does counter the fact that otherwise to connect more things to our network, we need more and more energy. Now, one thing we might want to look at, for example, is we might want to go and claim these two systems, right? And then run the scientific expeditions at both of these. And then when these are depleted, I can disconnect everything here and get this power back, because there's no reason for me to continue this ownership, assuming I can still get to the planets over here somehow. And what I might want to do is disconnect these, and then when I try to connect over here, it should thread this way, for example. So that's going to be the plan. I need more expedition mappers, though, if I want to run more of these repeatable expeditions. So I'm going to go ahead and pop 2 more rooms over here, and we're going to see what we do. I might have to research or hire some more scientists. We'll see. Now we found out, or we know that there's more than just plant life to bring back. We can bring back specimen. So if we want to do that, we have to research. Oh, I don't have enough tech for it, so we'll have to wait. But under our laboratory over here, we want to research specimen research. Oh, I still want to get the biosample handling so that every class can bring home some biosamples. Yeah, that's actually really important. Tell you what, let's just run a few of these XP planets for now, since I don't have the ability to bring back that many samples. We're going to go and send our exploration teams out to get themselves some more XP. This one here will have an easier time there. That's difficulty 4, so we're going to send that one out that way. Great. All right. Yeah, one of those may have been a science place. Yeah, but that's fine. That's fine. Do that. Science is going up. How are we doing on our patents? Ooh, there we go. Energy source. We can go and get a nice 5 slot, and this updated one, yeah, only 3. So again, I'm going to wait for these 5 slotters, which are going to happen more and more quickly as we get more and more science teams, and we accrue more of those because they come across a variety of different categories. We'll generally have them much filled out. That's not where I want to go. I want to go here. I want to build a couple of new operation centers, although I don't have enough power to run either one, but that can be easily remedied. Yep. Note about room efficiency. We'd like things closed in. We're getting a message. I'm going to go and quickly rip through this again with a higher percentage chance. How many tentacles? Oh, you counted all those. That's a squid, not an octopus. Oh no, squid monsters. These things are terribly dangerous. Just keep moving. Run away. Hopefully there aren't more of them out there. Okay, well, lots of XP. Well, for you, Tim Williams, who was leading things, I think. And Quan did get an injury, but that's why we have a medic bay. If we go and open this screen, we haven't interacted with yet, we can see that there are multiple alien factions. I don't believe the squids count as one of those. They are sort of just a generic existentialist threat. And if we start to pick up artifacts, we'll get some benefits here. But we will be doing diplomacy with these different aliens. Some of them start off hostile right away. Some of them start off much more neutral. It'll depend on who we meet and in what order. We haven't met anyone yet. Again, these squids, while they will do some invasions, they're not someone we actually talk to. Okay, I've got enough power. I'm going to start a second one of these so that we can start a new expedition site right here. And if I were to start a new team, if I were to start Sci-02, I don't know that I have enough unassigned scientists. Yeah, you guys aren't a part of any squad because I had to make room for the scientist and the soldier. Brant, and I'm going to skip over the 2 patent ones. There you go. Chen, you're not part of anyone because you can see the people who are in a squad there. There we go. A nice trio. So, Sci-02, don't give me a report. Do take 10 days in between. That's fine. Start processing that and give me a bunch of science, please. You've got an injury, you got some electrical shock, but you're being treated. Lovely. You're back home with more plant samples, and we do, in fact, have enough science. Oh, we need 200 for that. Okay. We'll get, of course, we'll get a little bit of extra science from scanning this. Oh, actually, I guess, yeah, I really want the 125 for the biosample handling. I think that's going to be really beneficial. I know it's delaying the specimen grab, but I want the soldiers and medics to be able to bring back samples as well. The more samples, the better, please. A few more injuries. He's diagnosing. No one's gotten any psychological damage yet. That's good, although it will probably build up over time. Certainly had no shortage of it in my other game. Kevin Smith fell unconscious. My gosh. Poor old Kevin. We do have our ambulance bot. That's all been taken care of. So these are recurring missions, so they're just going to keep doing this over and over and over again. I'm going to let this first research finish. And patent, another one just finished here. Oh, we do have some groups of 5. Lovely. Let's get a cold resistance patent going on. We'll hold off on the rest. How's our finances looking? Okay, our salaries have gone up, but our patents are starting to catch up. I think overall we're moving in the right direction. And if the injuries are mostly dealt with, let's send out a few more of these sciencey ones now. This should be okay. Good. Start you. Oh, this one belongs to a faction. Look at that. See, it's got a blue line over here. There are some aliens out there. And they may try to claim some territory in our direction. So it can be a little dicey to go and visit them. Let's take a pause. Oh, I need more power. This is one of the reasons that getting the better power stations really makes a difference. This is occupying a lot of space and material for us to keep these power going. They do have to be reachable so that they can be maintained. So make sure you don't build this in the way that locks anything off. Let's fill this room with generators. It's more than I need right now, but we'll use them up pretty quickly. I have no doubt about it. There we go. Have enough power to connect over here, and we'll send a squad and start. And what difficulty is this? 5? 5's fine with this group. Decently leveled. Was it 2 scientists? No medic? That's fine. That's going to be okay. They'll just bring back some more stuff. Okay. And yeah, we did finish the biosampling, so all classes to gather... Of gators to carry biosamples collected by scientists. Yeah, that's nice. Just higher carrying capacity, so we constantly bring these back here. But I do want the other specimen one, because that's also going to be really good for our science. Okay, writing our patent. Great. We can see what patents we have written so far over here. Some of them even got a nice little bonus. High demand. Oh, it's for this month. Okay, so it fluctuates anyway, so it's not even about what we're building at any given time necessarily. All right. How much do I need? 200. We're working on it. So I could have left on the message for these reassuring jobs, but I don't think I need them, really. The same thing will happen when we do a mining expedition. So when we get to that point, we will be able to collect minerals, and we will be building an engineering bay. And in fact, I think maybe I'll do it on the other side. I like that idea. So again, what I'll probably do is leave room for continuing these little hallways over here. And I'm going to build a engineering materials workshop over in this area. All right, what's going on here? Not gonna believe this. What? Tell me already. Giant root. Oh, that is quite impressive. That's a big plant. Goes up in the tree, the clouds. I think I've heard this fairy tale before. And these, I really enjoyed going through all those dialogues on my actual playthrough. But in the interest of showing more gameplay, we're just gonna go and keep skipping through these. Oh, we've got a 70% chance of success over there. It worked? Yeah, keep climbing. It's fine. I'm sure nothing's gonna go bad. Just try not to run into any giants up there. Go. So just get this ready to go. Again, we're waiting for 200 science, which we just achieved. So we'll go and unlock the specimen research. I don't think I've ever done that with a medic before, so I got a slightly different option that time around. Okay, we have some important new developments. We have met a few more of those squids, and they have decided that they want to come visit us. I am currently hiring some more engineers because I've also just finished my workshop, and by more engineers, I just mean any engineers whatsoever. So I'm going to research or hire these 5, but also I'm going to get a whole bunch of soldiers because I knew this was coming soon. Now, I don't actually know how many I need, but our finances are starting to be, actually, we've mostly overspent. I didn't realize. But we've got some more patents coming in soon, so hopefully that's going to fix that. I actually didn't realize my finances had gotten quite so poorly. I was making nearly infinite amounts of cash in the last game, so I wasn't expecting so many problems. But, well, I guess that's going to have to be that. Let's, Oh, one of our scientific expeditions has just finished. We're going to set up a new one over here using one of our Sci teams. And yeah, continue to just chooch that out as much as possible, please. Okay, that's going to have to be what it's going to have to be. Do I want to send out anyone? You know what? Artifacts. Oh, we need the libraries before we can really take advantage of that. Let's go and create a mission out here. The difficulty is Not great. But I guess we're going to do it. Start that mission. And then maybe I won't do too many others because I'm a little bit worried about what might come. We will need to research some security stuff, though. Hopefully that'll happen quite quickly. Because research security, build 2 guard posts, build 1 pistol rack, and kill 3 invaders. I'm going to see what we can do. Oh yeah, we still have the committee earnings, so we're okay. Just barely. But we're okay because of the committee earnings. But yeah, I got to get my butt in gear for these patents. Actually, we can research this bioweapon over here and get that going. Send out another mission. Oh, I've expanded the hospital because we need a advanced surgery wing. I mean, we might need it for lots of reasons if we're about to get invaded. But someone is specifically injured right now and needs a surgery pod. Oh, I have plenty of room for that. You know what? We're still going to go and expand it because it seems like a decent idea. Let's get that in place. Tim Williams must undergo surgery. So we'll get that ready for you in there. Yeah, I guess I do need to start mining here so that we can start making money selling the minerals. I might want a second of these pods too. I think that's a good idea. If I can afford it, and I think I can, we're going to get a second patent writing console. I'm going to want to move it later because this is feeling a little awkward. Actually, that's not a bad place. Although no one can access that corner anymore, but that's going to be fine. And we're going to make sure to send our second patent clerk, G patent, over here, assign that. So we're going to produce patents quite as quickly as we were before. We still have these recurring missions, which is good. Invasion is imminent. We did finish the security stuff, so hopefully it's not too late. I'm going to put down a couple of guard posts over here, and we're going to put one down in this hallway, and then we want these there's pistol racks. I'm not going to put it right next to here. Well, no, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to put down 2. Yeah, okay. There you go. Pistol racks are in place. We've got some guns. We've got a good number of soldiers. Can we survive this? There we go. Our folks are getting armed. There's a squad of drones have come through. Versatile invaders, targets and destroys power generators, destroying any doors and sometimes walls blocking its path and defending itself when attacked. Okay, let's see. There's only 2 invaders, so we're not going to finish this quest on this go. They're taking a moment to go through this door, then we're engaging them. Zap, 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 zap. Okay, we dealt with that barely in time, but we did get there. Ooh-wee. And then an alien biotech collection. Scientists will study the corpses of aliens that died when invading in base. These yields alien biotech points, which are required to unlock certain technologies in the tech tree. In fact, if we take a look at advanced weaponry over here, for example, it doesn't need 10 of those. So the attacks are going to get more and more intense as we go. You can see our guard posts and everything got canceled when we're not being invaded, which is really nice. So our soldiers will go and do other things. I probably panicked and overhired on soldiers. But better safe than sorry, right? Sure. In fact, what I could do with the soldiers, and I could send them specifically on any XP events that might be somewhere. Even if things might go badly. Yeah, we're going over here. I'm going to connect this place, do this. I'm going to create a new squad. That is just going to be like Mill Squad 01. It's going to be made up purely of soldiers. And yeah, you are not assigned to a team. You are not assigned to a team. And then another soldier over here. We're going to do that. We could send a medic as well. But I'm going to send you that. There's still some danger, but no, you're looking overall okay. Go ahead and get started. Lovely. We'll get you prepped for things. Okay. These finances. Although you can see the patents are kicking in here. There we go. I was working on quite a few. I've got a few more in the queue as well. Again, looking for any patents. Oh, there we go. Cold resistance. Let's throw you in here. Start writing. Excellent. And now we are also going through the patents a little bit quicker because we've got 2 people that might be working on the patent development at the time. Well, again, any idle scientists, we're also going to go and... Oh, no. The patents actually do have to be assigned with workers. And they do work on the same patents at the same time. So you're not having to worry about any conflict there. There we go. I don't know how many more months of committee stuff we've got. It will hurt when it goes away, but we are at least running a net positive. Just barely, but we are, and we're still getting more science. Air hockey requires urgent maintenance. In fact, what I think I'm going to do is probably I'm going to, let's say EX3 here. I'm going to go and kick out the scientists, or the non-scientists. And the plans... Ooh, not patents. No, we want to definitely not keep them busy. Do we have any other idle scientists? Oh, we don't, actually. I mean, I can still send other people, but I like the idea of an all-scientist squad to go and do the exploration stuff. Although I guess I would need another one of these mappers. So maybe I don't do that after all. Oh, you're still hurt anyway. But still, like our highest tier medic and soldier in here. When you're healthy again, broken arm must undergo surgery. Oh, we have to assign a doctor. Oh, there you go. I didn't realize I had to assign a doctor to the surgery pod. That's why you were never being treated. My bad. Okay, that's now resolved, which is good. Lots of people returning home from their mission. Oh, that's my military squad. Good. Nice training happening. Lovely. But we need to get an ore sample storage and an ore sample analyzer. Good. And we do need to go and check one of these mineral spots. So let's do this one. It's only difficulty 3, which isn't too bad. I have EX3. Let me go and reset you here. We're going to send certainly an engineer. Probably a soldier to keep you safe. And I do like the idea of scientist. Okay, since Williams is still injured, I am going to send one of my patent clerks on this temporarily. Send you over there. There's 0% injury chance. Oh, excellent. Oh, with that in mind, no, I think I still... Do we need a scientist at all? It's a mineral one. You know what? We probably don't need a scientist at all. Never mind. Let me kick out you and just send another junior engineer. There we are. Get you XP and do that. Okay, good. We'll explore that, and then what we'll be able to do, we're going to claim sectors to here. Oh, there's another mineral spot as well, which is great. Yeah, we're definitely going to go and claim these guys. We'll claim that, and then we'll be able to run mineral expeditions. We're going to analyze the minerals, but then the next thing we're going to do in our little research here, if we go back to workshop, is basic ore processing, because we'll be able to process the alien ore and then sell it for huge amounts of money. There you go, and our patents again continue to kick in. We're looking okay. Anything else I could queue up right now? No, but we do still have a few more in the queue. Well, one more in the queue. But yeah, our income is going positive. We just barely got there in time because, again, I think the committee funding is about to get cut off. But we do have a slight positive income. I also think I could probably go and fire a few of these soldiers. I was just panicking a little bit, but I think we're all right. I really want to show the mining, so let's fast forward one last time. All right, we're all set for the last one of these. Let's go and find a mining site that has a sterile. We have this. All right, it's time for the last bit of this video. We have to find a site that has been explored that has a sterile. This is one of our missions we've got. We're going to set up a mining team over here. Let me create a brand new team. This is going to be Mining 01. Create team. Down here at the bottom, we're going to assign some engineers. 1, 2, and 3 engineers assigned there. Ooh, high difficulty. You think? Really? I might get some injuries from time to time. It's probably okay. 40% chance. All right, tell you what. Let me pull one of these folks out. Let me put the mission on hold, manage the team. We'll do that. We'll throw one soldier in to protect you. You can just be a low-level soldier. Honestly, it's probably going to be okay. And they'll level up, and they'll get better. Yeah, 21% chance of some injuries, but I think overall they'll be okay. So we've got a foundry set up. We've got raw ore storage. So when they find the sterile ore, it'll get put in here. Some engineer will bring it over to the foundry, which is currently set to accept all ore, and it will get placed in the sterile storage. This meter here will fill up, and we will be able to sell the minerals when we want. But not only that, we'll be able to start doing some crafting soon. Body armor, weapons, that sort of jazz, which is going to hopefully keep more of our people a little less injury prone. In particular, there's a notable number of sites on this map that have some environmental hazards that we want some exosuits for. So that might be a priority research. We might try to get as many minerals going as we can. Ideally, I'd probably want one team of engineer per type of mineral that we can find on the map. We do have some other mineral locations over here that we do actually have to go and check out. Let me see about doing a little swap here for this team. Yeah, you need an engineer. I realize that. I wonder about sending 1 soldier and 2 engineers. You're already level 2, which is maybe a little bit more helpful. And then you, how does it look like that? Yeah, high danger, but I think is going to have to be what we're going to have to try. And I'm realizing one of the other things I'd like to do is research under workshop. I want the raw ore handling so that people who are not engineers can still bring back ores with them. That seems like a good idea. It's possible the more engineers you send, the more ore gets generated. But, and the same thing might be the same case with our science teams. Like, maybe it doesn't make sense for me to go scientist, medic, soldier. Maybe it should be 2 scientists plus a soldier. The soldiers definitely do seem very useful, though, which is nice. We did finish one of our expeditions. That's fine. We're going to do a scientific expedition over here with this Sci team. We do have 1 person injured, so they won't actually go until that injury is resolved, but that's going to be fine. Yeah, they can start digging that, and we can do disconnect. I did go and disconnect this branch over here because I needed more power to claim some bits in this area. And in fact, we might go and connect there later, but for now, let's just keep things chooching. Anyway, so that is it. So I want to talk about setting up the mineral stuff, and again, you can use crafting. If we had more power, then I could actually showcase the next level of this. It might be really important. I think it's time for me to go and research the tier 2 generators, and what I'll probably do is I might just sell some of these and build some new ones because the new generators are much more efficient. Although I think there's a pretty good chance that we're just going to want more generators in the long run anyway. So I'm going to do this, and we'll get this ready for the new generation room. That's going to be okay. There you go. Mining team recovered some raw ore from the destination, and we'll see it. So that's being dumped in some of these storage containers. Maybe this one over there. There you go. Some raw ore, and that's being loaded into the ore processor. Great. And then that's going to dump in there, and we're going to have more money. I do have a couple more months left on the committee, so my worry about the finances was totally fine. Everything was perfectly calculated and balanced, although I will want to also get more of these patents going on. I could do this, but you'll see the common quality gets lost. 23. Oh no, it still gets in there, even though it doesn't show. That's interesting. That's really good to know, actually. So notice if I go with all common, it's worth 22 grand. If I go and throw in one of these uncommons, it still says common over here, but it's still clearly getting the quality, which I hadn't realized because it's getting 23 grand. So yeah, always writing with the best that we've got is definitely the way to go. Ooh, that's a good one. Maybe I should have done this one first just because it's going to bring in more income much more quickly. But yeah, there we are. Did have a little difficulty with my defenses last time. I'm definitely going to need to get more doors up in the future, but that's going to be okay. Use your logic to try to save yourself. Yeah, we're going to wrap it up here. Again, this was a sponsored video. I have no idea how long this video is going to be because this recording is 120 minutes long. I'm certainly going to try to cut out some stuff, and there were some fast-forwarding bits, but this game is very compelling. It very successfully executes this. Well, I want to do the next thing. Now I want to do the next thing. Now I want to do the next thing, and so on and so forth. We didn't even get to the point of interacting with aliens, which I did in my practice game. Ran into a hostile alien in one place, ran into some friendly aliens somewhere else that went to make me into movie stars, which was very cool. And did I research the library? No, I wanted to, but other things pulled my attention away. I really do want to get the library because I think we found a relic already, and I don't think we ended up doing anything with it because I didn't have anywhere to store it, which was unfortunate. But the base is definitely chooching along, and now we do have some real money coming in. We've got regular science income coming in from our little science expeditions, and now we're starting to get some minerals, which again, I can sell here, although I'd probably want to wait for the market price to get up. You can also set some auto sell orders, which is very convenient for things. We do have a mission to sell 10,000 bucks worth of esterol, which I can almost get as is. But I need to wait until we've processed some more of it regardless. And ideally, I might want to wait for the price to go up before I start selling it for some more substantial amounts of money. But yeah, you can build not the auto miner. That's not what I'm looking for. What am I looking for here? Oh, the workbench. There we go. We can put down a workbench, and we do need a level 3 engineer for that, so it's important that they go out and do things in space first to get XP. Although they can also get experience just by working in the training labs and things like that, which they will do when they're idle. Heck, even the recreation stuff gives you some skills. So that's another way to get some XP. But then we can craft items using refined materials. We'll need a variety of different materials to do it, and you may need to unlock some things through the tech tree as well. The armory is going to be very important later on for some equipment. There's more equipment unlocks here, and exosuit upgrades. We'll get to all those things at some point. Yeah, it feels like there's a lot to do in the game. The building is very satisfying. Really enjoying myself. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.